Alright, guys. First off, I'm a little bit off schedule, so I might be a little bit tired here. And yeah, I went and did the stupid thing I said I was gonna do. So I'll explain myself in a bit, but I do want to just, go right to the little the true ending of this game, not the extra true ending, whatever. I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, last time we captured, I don't know my summary. I think last time we captured Scarecrow and we revealed our identity to Gotham City, and then we called upon, was it Knightfall? Was that the thing? Knightfall protocol. And but we had to go capture 7 villains. I did the easy one. Okay, like yeah, obviously I did not do this. I got like, the majority of them, 2 out of 243. So I wasn't gonna do that. That was literally, once I saw this and I didn't understand that you could choose any 7. I was like, all right, I guess I'm moving on to the next game, or taking a break from recording games and still playing other games. But yeah, I'm not doing this one. This was like this almost lost it for me. This crap right here. Wanted. All right. Let's just do this. Okay, so I'm gonna activate the Nightfall protocol. All right. So I actually made some notes about crap I want to talk about because this game is like just so large. But let me go ahead and just play the cutscene and then let me see. Oh, all right, I'm already there. But we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I've done a lot more upgrades, so my bat claw swings a lot better. I'm still mostly glad I only upgraded my armor and health. I think that was actually very helpful to my game. All right, so what am I doing here? Huh? Hey, what do I do? Where's the Batwing? What? Oh, what the heck? I was in front of it. That's a thing that keeps happening. Like, stuff doesn't activate, and then I waste so much time, like, going back, not backtracking to the place where I should have been. Damn, just straight up removing the helmet and mask. Sometimes Bruce Wayne looks really funny in his outfit, but he looks pretty damn good here. And I think I love Gotham City, how it looks. Oh, I left my controller on my table and it is vibrating like a mother hell. Okay. I still love the imagery of Dark Knight, of when Gordon's just smashing the Batman signal. Holy crap. Yo, they're just all at my manor.
This is
Vicky
for GCN reporting live outside Wayne Manor, following the dramatic unmasking of billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne.
Wouldn't they just be all getting blasted by this? Well, the grass definitely is. Yo, I keep on forgetting this thing picks up my Batmobile. That's insane.
Are you sure you want to do this, Master Bruce?
I've got to. It's the only way to protect them.
Very well.
We just saw Bruce Wayne, now known to be the masked vigilante Batman, enter his home, refusing to come.
Yo, there's this one dude running in the bottom screen who looked really funny. their run cycles are kind of ew. Ooh, my eyes. Is that it?
This is how it happened. This is how the Batman died.
That's it? I did all that work for that? Let me check this little extra thing. I'm gonna be, let's see, I'll let these play, but I'm probably gonna mute it. I mean, I'm gonna get copyrighted for the other track anyway. All right, I'm gonna search up the extra ending. All right, give me a bit. All right. Oh wow, that's a big chunk. Okay. I was under the impression I'm gonna take off my headphones because this music's loud. I don't want to get too loud. But I was under the impression there was gonna be like a really like reversed, right? Like I feel like I got like nothing for doing the 7, but I getting like 3 extra minutes if you do the other stuff. Okay, let me see this. All right, I'm watching it right now. This is how the Batman died, and then it goes all the way back with Gordon. Mm. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think Tim Drake and who's getting married? Is it Tim Drake and Barbara? Or no? Oh, were we under the, oh, I didn't even think just because we already knew that Batman wanted to do this. It's weird to be under the impression that someone else got Batman and Bruce. We're doing the whole childhood thing again? Oh, okay. Ooh, God, dude, I love that red flash that Batman does sometimes. Like, if we were doing a completely not Batman, and he was doing stuff like that, that'd be insane. All right, okay, all right. I gotta say, I feel like all endings are kind of anticlimactic. Like the ending you get when you beat the game, I feel like it just feels anticlimactic because mostly because they tell you there's a real ending. And then I feel like once you unlock that ending, it's also anticlimactic because it happens so fast. Like you should, Master Wayne. Yeah, boom. That's it. That's how the Batman died, guys. See you. And then we have this third part, which is like comes before. I'm not really sure, like because I'm just watching like the first video that popped up. I don't know the order it plays it in, but I guess it plays it in that order, which makes it even weirder. I mean, it's cool that there's like a new Batman, as assuming you know. I mean, either he just didn't die. Um, either he just didn't die or he replaced himself. It's not really that great. Like if there was still some movement, I don't know. I don't know. Like if there was like still if there was just more to it, like something very exciting ending. I don't know. That was a very underwhelming ending altogether. I did not feel like that was worth the work. Okay, I'm just gonna get into some of the thoughts I had. I have a list, so sorry this is like less steady than my free rant. So yeah, I forgot to bring up. I love those in-game cutscenes. Like every game is using the same graphics and they're in-game. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is the moments where you can actually counter in a cutscene, I think that's so sick. Like it's basically like a QTE. It's like a QTE, but it's like so ingrained in your mind. Like yeah, to triangle is my counter, and doing that in a cutscene and having like an even cooler counter attack with a more dynamic camera, awesome. And the fact that you can also get hit makes it a little more immersive. I love that. Um, Little small things. I love the Batman signal actually marking your objectives. I don't know why I didn't like recognize that. Like I'm kind of I feel stupid that I was mostly focusing on the excuse me. Oh, what's it? The little mini map, but the compass. Yeah, I was focusing on the compass to like find my direction, and then eventually when I was like very close, I would just look up at the screen and see my numbers. But I didn't realize like that there was a giant Batman signal marking the area, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's very Batman. I like that. I love the thugs and like I brought this up in Batman City, like where they actually talk according to like current events. Like after the game, they talk about Bruce Wayne being Batman, and they make jokes, and they also reference Lex Luthor. That was awesome, and Superman, right? He's in the universe and everything, so that was kind of cool. I'm glad they didn't bring them in. That could be a different. That's a way different game, right? That's like when people complain about like when that guy said if you bring the Batmobile into Batman's world, it becomes a Batmobile game. Dude, you bring in Superman, that thing's gone. Like Batman's like, don't get me wrong, I love Batman, even the world of Superman, but let's be honest, that would make things a little less believable, like it always does. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't actually like introduce anything else and just Easter eggs, references. That's all good. Oh, are they doing like all of the villains? I haven't been looking up because my notes are on the side. But yeah, oh, they're running through the entire franchise. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Damn. Yeah, yeah, I do. That's my biggest problem with the ending of this game. Like, it's the ending. I feel like the best ending is the Joker ending, right? But everything else, I don't know. It's very lackluster to me for being the ending of a franchise. Like, I just saw a reaction to Dark Knight Rises, and like I don't like that movie. I don't love that movie as much as Dark Knight, but I really love like all of them. Right? It's just like they're very different. They're very different takes on like on fighting Batman per se. But like that ending is still epic as hell. Come on, like that is a great fucking ending. Um, yeah. Continuing on. Let's see. But yeah, I like the villain. So I'm very curious because obviously I did all the villain, the extra villain catching. I did that at the end, like after I revealed my identity, and they actually bring that up. They're like, "So Bruce Wayne," eh? And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is kind of cool. I like that." So there is a lot of recorded dialogue that I might have not heard or might still not heard because I don't know what do they say if they don't know I'm Bruce Wayne. So I thought that was awesome. That's really cool. And yeah. Connecting to that, like, dude, that's awesome. I actually like arrest villains myself. Like any other game, every other game has been, the police will come and get you, right? Like, or it'll be like, you can't take me down, and you'll be like, and then it just fades to black. He was taken, like Alfred. I took Penguin down to GGCPD or whatever. But in here, like, you straight up do it. Like, you actually get to do it. It almost makes me want to drive slower, but I was like, I was really rushing because I wanted to like complete the extra tasks because again, I didn't know I could like pick them. I don't even know. I didn't even count. I just assumed the big villains would be the big villains, but there are some missions that are like 3 things you do, boom, you're done. You get that villain and it counts. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought I had to like do Riddler and like Deathstroke and like I thought I had to do these large things, these long, endless, large, repetitive things or else I wasn't gonna get my at least my first ending. But once like I was never gonna do Riddler. Once they introduced the 243 thing, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think that's worth it. Like your ending is your ending that fantastic? I feel like people would talk about this more if it was that fantastic that like they all were like, yeah, I did the 243 things and I was proud and happy for it. Unless they are, just a completion person. But yeah, I love driving the villains to jail. And yeah, I will say this like, dude, the work to do Dark what's his name? Deathstroke. Yeah, I didn't do Deathstroke. I didn't do Deathstroke. I didn't do Riddler. But dude, did I want to? And I don't know if it's even a positive or a negative, but dude, I fucking hate those 2 guys. They are so annoying and just like constantly talking. They are so frustratingly annoying that I wanted to hit them. I wanted to like beat the shit out of these people, but they kept on finding ways, especially Riddler. Riddler would just find other ways to extend his lifetime. And then Deathstroke's like his dialogue is almost a joke because every like time you take, I think there's like 12 of them, right? No, it's like 7. This thing is doubled because he does the mind sections too. So it's like 14 times 3, I want to say, right? What was that, 42? I'm so shit at math. But like, yeah, like 42 times. Or so I didn't do that many. So let's say I was close. I was close, like for the watchtowers and the mines, right? I actually could, but there's just no point. Like I'm not gonna do the Riddler thing, and there's no point to get completed up until the Riddler, but not complete the Riddler unless I'm going to do the Riddler, and I'm not going to do that. So I was close there, and every single time he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was just you are a 1-man army. I'm a real army," or like, "Oh, you took those people down, and those weren't even my best soldiers." I'm like, "Dude, shut." Every character in here is like that. Is that like the thing? Do we not have like any sort of sympathetic characters? Okay. I will go ahead and say that there are like a few villains in here who do not fit that, but I have no idea who those people are. But these main villains, maybe that's like why they're up there because they have that ego. But my God, are they the most annoying, like bragging people ever? And you have to hear them brag every single time you accomplish and defeat them, basically. But not them, so they get to stay alive and do some short one-liner of, oh, please, Batman. That wasn't even my hardest rattle. My God. So that was like the most annoying crap ever, right? But again, you did want to put these men down. Like, no, I don't even think because they were doing crimes, just because, wow, someone needs to shut you up. And that's how MMA works well. What did I get? Yeah. The repetition of some of these missions, especially like I will say there was a good variation in terms of like pure numbers. Like not all of the watchtowers were just like crazy large and had a bunch of people. Some of them only had like one person with his back turned to you, and that felt kind of nice. I wonder, it probably would have felt better to do that like alongside the game, but like it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It is annoying to do the same mission, like tracking missions. It doesn't matter how, like I didn't even do those like alongside each other. Tracking missions were just so boring because it took a while, like in terms of just like staying on a building, just watching them, making sure your signal doesn't decay, and just like, is he still behind us? I don't know. Let's keep turning the corner and figure out. And he goes, oh man, Penguin's gonna kill us. Yeah, bloke's king of here. I'm gonna kill you. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, is this like not the exact same dialogue? And I'm just waiting there, and the only thing to look forward to is that I get to do, hold on. The only thing I get to look forward to is I get to fight with Nightwing. Right? Okay. Oh no, you know what? No, I want to talk about that. Yeah. Oh man, I wish there was more of that. I wish I had like you know what I mean? I want a finale moment. And don't get me wrong, I think the Joker section is great. I think that's probably one of the strongest things ever, and that does work as a truer closer to the entire franchise. Because yeah, like that was our first problem, consistent problem, and now we finally like let it go. But dude, fighting with the partner, just because I thought that was gonna happen in the second one. But fighting with the partner was one of the coolest things ever. They should have gone like insane and just like threw in everybody. Like somewhere near the end, because this is like the grand finale of Batman. I know it's not a very Batman thing, but like I still think that would have been so cool to fight with like Arkham Knight, Nightwing, Robin, and Batman. And we were just messing up Scarecrows. I don't know, give him an army of people he's brainwashed and just like let me do some of the coolest stuff. That's like never been in the game, right? I just kind of wish it went there. That's just a nitpick. But like that was some of the coolest stuff ever, and I still think I could have had more of that, like more teamwork sections, because I loved like every single one. And I don't know if it's that. It's like you only love them because you didn't have that many. I don't know if it's that, but I still enjoyed it. Like what Nightwing, every single time I was like, yes, I get to play with Nightwing, just because it's like you're so powerful, man. It's better than just with the Batmobile. You know what I mean? Like when you have the Batmobile, yeah, you're powerful and you can do like the assisted takedowns, but it doesn't feel the same as like transitioning to another character with that takedown and then just continuing the onslaught and just like seeing a slightly different animation style of like his fighting and then just going back, dude, it's so sick. I wish there was so much more, and I still think they could have done like an epic, a lot more people. Like they did something in Kingdom Hearts 3 like that, right? Where you're used to having like what, I guess they upped the numbers, so like 3 partners, right? No, you get Donald, Goofy, and then the guest character. So before you always get 3 partners. I think they bumped that up to either 4 or even 5. And I think they went like insane for like their climax. I didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3. I haven't gone there, but I've seen some of like, people's reactions in the shots. That being said, what else did I have? Let's see. Yeah. So like about those repetitive missions, like that's like a promise though. Like side content is always limited, unfortunately, especially in like this. Like it's expected, is what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to tackle it too much. How many of the same thing you'll have to do? Oh yeah, so while you're completing these like extra missions on the wheel, it does like it shows you like a progress bar, and I didn't notice that. Like I just thought some of them had like harder or easier objectives, so they were gonna lower the bar until you get your bonuses. But no, they basically were like, yeah, you're gonna do this 3 times, you're gonna do this one 5 times, you're gonna do this one 11 times and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, that's gonna help me pick who I'm gonna finish with. Yeah, I'm so weird that Ivy had this ending. It was a really weird ending for her. Hopefully she like gets reborn to one of her flowers. I hate Riddler. Okay, so yep, this is a Riddler puzzle right here, right? Um, yeah. So I had this big problem with one of the puzzles, and I was so mad because, like, again, I know I overthink puzzles, right? And I really like to solve them without any help. But basically, they just like never told me, and like, it's not like I'm gonna do them. I wasn't doing them so close that I just completely remembered. And like, and then even watching like an online solution, I was like, wait, how is he even doing that? But yeah, like it's consistent from a driving puzzle to a normal puzzle. That circle is no longer your EMF, and it like controls the Riddler contraptions, which I was like, but why would he give me control, like physical control of his puzzle, right? Like, I don't know. There's something super inorganic about those designs where even during races, he'll be like, actually, Batman, I control these ones. I'm like, okay. So I wasted so much time trying to figure out this one damn puzzle because I didn't know like how simple it was. If I just click circle, okay, that's where I get my bridge. That's it. That was the solution. And I think that's my problem. Like the sad thing is like some of the stuff he says is actually kind of clever, right? And I kind of miss that wit. That I don't think any of that wit was inside the new Batman. Like that was even in Forever, right? Like it was like it's like dad joke witty, but it's still like witty. But a new one, he's all right, whatever. I don't want to slam the new Batman too much. I do that way too much. But yeah, he was like really witty in here, but all the solutions to his puzzles were like dumber than I always thought they were. Like every time solved them, I was like, oh. Or some of them I would solve and they just wouldn't interact. And I was like, okay. And then I would waste time. Like that was the thing. Like I just kept on wasting time. It's like, but I did that. What? It just didn't show up. Like the X didn't show up. I couldn't click that. I couldn't activate this. I couldn't winch this. What the hell? And I don't know if that was just me, but that's what happened a lot. And it was really taking me out of it. I hate driving that damn vehicle on the wall. I did like all the challenges to, of course, like free Catwoman. So I was underneath the impression, like I created the impression just to make myself feel better that I could do the freeing of Catwoman. I was gonna do that anyway. I like that girl. So I free Catwoman. And then like we had the fight. I hate the split robots. Everything about him is just annoying. And then of course like he would extend it. Like she has like a 9 counter. We do 9 and it turns to F and he's like, you have the freedom to do my final riddle. And then it's like, what? And then you do the final riddle and he's like, no, you cannot live. And you have to fight him in the robot, but he sends his other robots and then they're color coded. And then after you do that, he's like, oh, now you have to solve all my other 243 things before you fight me. I was like, okay, fuck you. like in a way, you're actually worse than Paul Dano's Riddler now. Like, you're awful. You're like, I'm trying not to say pussy here because it sounds too mean, but it's the only word I can think of, you cowardly piece of crap. So he was like the worst thing ever. But I will say, motivational wise, I don't think you should get a personal. Dude, she is hot in this outfit. I don't think you're supposed to get like a personal motivation to beat this man to death. But like, that's what I got. Like, I've been watching a reaction to Train to Busan, and the hate that they have for that man, I kind of had for Riddler for his cowardliness and problems causing thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so one of the side missions I got, I know we did like some weird religious cult thing, but we also did like that pig guy. Now, I thought it was like the doll maker guy. I don't know how, again, I'm not like too familiar with the comics, so I didn't know how far reaching some of these villains were, right? Because I just watched The Long Halloween, because I was like, I remember semi seeing it, but I didn't really like the art. I still don't like the art. It's okay. It was a little better this time around. I like the part 2, but like Grundy was in there and he's like so calm and he just lives in the sewers. And I was like, is that what he does? He's a sewer monster? I thought that was what Killer Croc was. So like the pig guy, he is doing like that BioShock thing where he's like surgically fixing people who don't want to be fixed, or he just sees them as broken and imperfect. And so he's like, I make them perfect. Snark, snark. Dude, that was creepy as hell. Like, I've always brought this up. I was like, wow, this game, like, maybe it's because I'm playing it by like today's standards and like where the Batman was trying to go. So it's like, oh yeah, that thing too. There's a Catwoman reveal, the same Catwoman reveal in the Batman that's in the Long Halloween, and the Long Halloweens is so much better. It's smoother and they're more romantic. Like I actually like their couple, which is why I didn't like the first one as much, because they just skip past their entire relationship. Where was I going? Yeah, that pig guy was creepy. And the fight was more interesting. Like they actually had his own minions who just like you had to take them down multiple times. But yeah, like I've always brought this up. Like this game gets like really dark, but not like to a point where it feels like gratuitous. It's just like, yeah, I forgot there's some freaky people in this city. Like the religious cult was like, wow, this guy's sacrificing people. It's just weird. It's like it's weird where what people consider dark, and the things like I'm like, wow, that's pretty dark. Because that guy was creepy and he was complete like I didn't do this too much, but when I brought in like another villain, I didn't realize you could talk to the villains that you had locked up, and I talked to Two-Face, and you can actually talk to him because like in a way it's like this, like he has a philosophy. And yeah, it makes him kind of insane. Also, he was great in Long Halloween. I forgot what he said, but he said something like really like, yeah, very Two-Face. But like the pig guy, you can't even talk to him. He is just in his own mindset. Like he's doing his own thing. Oh yeah, so I didn't finish the Firefly sections, which got really annoying just because like chasing him in this vehicle where he's covering the road. Again, a lot of stuff with the Batmobile and like actually moving it doesn't feel great all the time. It's got power and speed, I'll give it that, but control is a little bit here and there, especially for me. I'm just not great at driving games. But yeah, I'm surprised how dark the game could get, and they don't do it. Right? Like it always stays like a little bit out of it. Like I feel like Joker's death was like a great dark balance where it didn't. It's not like he was gushing up blood, coughing up, and his teeth were going out, and they like zoomed in on his eye, and it was like going red blood. You know what I mean? Like they could make it darker if they wanted to, but it really isn't. It's like a good superhero dark. I think that's a good like point to do it. Like I don't like Invincible as much. Oh, Terror Strong was in here. Cool. Um, I do think it's gratuitous. People are like lying to their fucking face. Like, of course it's gratuitous. It's a good. It's like it's fine. But why are people saying like no? There's more to the gore. It goes like nah. There's there. But let's be honest. Like it's just to show mortality. It's not as deep as you keep on trying to make it. Okay, I'm going other places. Yeah, I didn't love Invincible because yeah, whatever. Let's go somewhere else. I keep on stepping on like very popular content. I don't mean to. I just didn't enjoy them as much. Okay. I love and hate the idea of intel. So very similarly, I never get that word right. I don't know why I keep on using it, but like when you go to when they send you to a mission objective, your mission objective isn't always like right where you're standing, right? Especially like the firefighters. Like you'd have to like look around and like, okay, find a crowd. Okay, there's my hostage. I like that, and I hate the crap out of it because I am so lazy. I am very lazy, but I love that they tried to make me explore, but I didn't want to explore. So I used a lot of the times I used that intel method. Apparently, if you like quit to the menu and then just resume the game, you get a piece of intel, which doesn't happen, which is okay. A lot of stuff is just weird. So that's different. Anyway, that's fine. But they don't give you intel for like mines and watchtowers. Like for some reason, your intel only goes to like the smaller objectives, like Penguin's objectives. What's his name? Was it Azrael? Azrael? Azraeli? the guy who wants to replace you, who's clearly the voice actor for Aqualad, I believe, from Young Justice. His voice is like really smooth and cool. Very calming, but yet evil. Good job. So I don't know, like it was just annoying. But it's cool. It's a good idea. It's a good idea to get me like more invested and actually put some effort in. Oh yeah, so I didn't write this down. So let's see. I don't know what to write down. I love how crazy you can upgrade your character. And it's weird because like I kind of contradict this because I love like games like Tekken, but I also don't just remember like I don't ever learn the game that well. I just like fighting games, not button mashing per se. I'll figure stuff out, but I'll probably never figure out like the craziest best things. I'll just probably like watch that from Evo, but like the actual game, I just don't go through the move list and like take note and like learn the game. I just don't. I like playing something that's feels very instinctual, and I know I can turn that into instinct with enough practice, but I don't like doing that. Let me check this thing real quick. So yeah, you have a lot of moves in this game and a lot of like extra like boosts to the moves that you have, and they're like all cool and great. I don't know if all of them are useful, but like there's definitely some that are useful. Like, but I really just kind of used upgrades to the weapons I already use, like the decoder. I don't know what's called, the disruptor, the electrical stuff, the hacking tools, like stuff like that. Because it's just I don't want to memorize all the different button combinations. And it was kind of nice that if you upgrade it like slowly, which I was not doing, like I was like mass uploading, like upgrading, because like I'm already done with the game. I don't really need to do other stuff, but like it was helpful. Like I'm saying, like if I didn't focus so much on health and more on like offense, that could have probably like been a little bit of a different experience. But I'm not saying it hurt my experience. I'm just saying it improved it. Right? It would have probably improved it more. And it's cool. It's just I don't want to. I rather play mindlessly. I don't know if that makes me dumber. I'm probably a dumber gamer by this point, but because like that's how I play Devil May Cry. I don't even play Devil May Cry in the way it's supposed to be played. So I play it in a very dumb way, and I like just using the mechanics that they gave me, like environmental takedowns, weapons. But there is a lot of cool stuff where you can do like you can set up things. You can play with some strategy and like some brain. I don't like doing that in games like this. Like, I just don't. Um, yeah. So I'm like reading the logos in front of my face. I don't know why. Ah, screw you. No, that's not happening. Nah, screw you. Okay, I'm gonna pause here. But yeah, I love how much stuff they give you. Yeah, let me see real quick. Let me just show it off like I did a lot. But basically, I did a chunk of them. I haven't even gone through these. There's still a guy missing. Wow. All right, but like this is cool. But yeah, I did like I got the bat suit. Yeah, oh my god, I didn't bring that up, dude. The mine sections were so annoying. Dude, I swear to God, some of those long ones are just like the worst feelings ever. Like they have some sections that are like 40 and 50 or some shit. Horrible feeling of just like constantly doing the same thing with missiles locking onto you from like 3 different sides. It sucks when you miss, but I will say again, like at a certain point, I was like, wow, this is a lot. And I just didn't want to have the frustration of like, wow, because I lost it like twice. And I was like, I can do it. It's just sometimes it's the flicking. I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing. Like, I think it's because like if you move your joystick like left and then right like too fast, I don't know. It just jumps your aimer or something like that. Like if you flick it too hard, it just flicks. And you're completely missing, but you thought you were gonna hit there because you're getting used to the speed of the panning. I don't know. Like the sensitivity just jumps, and then you completely miss your shot, and you do not have a lot of shots to miss, especially with these like large groups coming at you. So I did upgrade this, and they made it a lot easier. But those suck. Like those again, I brought this up. Like some guy was really offended, like not that in that way, but like he was like, "Wow, Uncharted is really boring. You just fight these waves of enemies, and it just like never ends." And he doesn't really like gunplay games like that, so he was like, "Yeah, this is not for me." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Never thought about it like that because I love third-person shooters. But that's how I felt for this one. Like, wow, man, I'm still doing this. Like, this is still happening. There's more of them, and like, I can't even focus on my countdown because obviously there's just too many red lines for me to like dodge and like missiles to shoot down. Jesus, man, I really wish they didn't do the numbers that high. But I understand that if your Batmobile is upgraded, like just a little bit, it can be a lot easier. I didn't even realize the Batmobile had health. I should have updated that way sooner. That probably would have helped a lot. Um, but yeah, I really did enjoy the game. Concerning side content, post content, whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, I'll say this. Anything that had to do, I thought the coolest shit was like Man Bat. Right, I thought that was cool. Like it was completely different, and you had to like land on him. But you didn't do it that much, of course. But that was cool. Two-Face was a little bit annoying, and it was exactly as that Spider-Man thing. But like again, it was like different. Like I like that they actually did different stuff with these villains. And again, I like Two-Face. I actually really like Two-Face, maybe because of Dark Knight, but I like him in Batman TAS, and I definitely liked him in the Long Halloween. I thought he was pretty cool in Long Halloween. I was sad for him, but so I like Two-Face. So it was kind of cool actually arresting the villains you're fans of, and like again driving them to the police station was just I was like that's so cool. That's such a great idea. So they can like bitch at you directly. That's awesome. I did the yeah. Some of these are not as climatic. I swear to God, almost every one of them that has like a number thing like this where you do a lot of crap, usually anticlimactic, and they feel the most repetitive. That being said, I do like the combat in here, but it's not like the reason why I play. I play because I'm Batman, right? The combat, I know it's like great for a lot of people, but I just like it. It's okay. So a lot of these things you just keep on doing the combat. But yeah. What's the other ones? Oh my god. Oh yeah, as I said, chase sequences, they're fine, but they go on for a while, especially if you fuck up. And I know that's on you. But when you fuck up, my god, to get back on track is like the most annoying thing ever. Azrael. I'd actually have no idea who Azrael is. I actually had to search it up, and I think he's actually kind of cool. He's actually like the Arkham Knight. Am I not? Like, am I wrong? He was kind of cool. I didn't think it's cool to see people I don't know. Like I wouldn't have known about this character at all. Because I just don't. I don't dig that deep. I've never seen him ever, right? I don't think I've ever seen him. Even when I see like the Bat Family stuff, he's like never here. But yeah. Yeah, this one was a one-off. Like, it's so weird. Some of the pacing things. It's almost kind of cool. This was Hush, right? I only know Hush from the Hush movie, and that's not Hush, right? So, this was cool. This one was weird. I just from how they presented the mission, this one was like the most uniquely dark, right? So I knew it was gonna get dark, but I didn't really think it was gonna get like creepy dark, like Pigman over here. It was like snort snort, I'm fixing them. Don't you want to be beautiful? I was like, holy shit, you have to. I don't even know, man. I like we put all these people in the same cell, and I was like, yo, Two-Face, he's gonna see something in you. He might find it perfect. You might want to create some distance. Screw this. Like literally, yeah, I had two more, and I'm just like, I don't think it's worth it. And then this one, I think I'm like, yeah, two more. I don't think it's worth it. I will say this again. I like the idea that you have to kind of find these yourselves, but I hate it. I hate it because the city's so large, and you could be looking for a while, and I just cannot find any more red lights. This is even worse because you have to look for red lights on the ground. I did start using a map for this, and even then, I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It literally, that was the last thing I was doing. I was looking for more mines. Then I did that 40 to 50 like drone attack that's like in that little lower part in the city with like overpasses. I was like, nah, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna do my recording and then I'm out. Fuck Riddler. Like that number is just crazy. Like maybe I'm overestimating it, but like 243? Ah, nah, man. I don't know. It doesn't seem worth it. I just want to hurt this guy. That's how I know I'm not Batman. I just want to hurt this guy so he shuts up. I want to take his tongue, give him some brain damage so he never like that's how I would hurt him. Just never be smart again or clever, whatever the hell he thinks he is. Penguin, I don't like Penguin, but I liked Nightwing sections. They were really cool. I love everything with Nightwing sections. And again, I'm curious. Like if you finished this mission before your reveal, because he literally tells like Dick, he's like, this is the end, Dick. There's no more Batman after tonight. And Dick's like, look, we make it through worse things. And I was like, damn, I always love the dynamic because again, Batman the animated series comes up. I feel like that's the most serious version I've ever seen of Nightwing and Batman. But like I like their dynamic a lot because that's his first son basically. That's his oldest son. So like that was kind of sad. But I like, does that, what happens there if I don't have that reveal, right? Because like, can you know what? Maybe they lock it behind the ending. Am I wrong in that? I don't know. I wouldn't know. I did everything side questy after the main quest, but is it locked? Because some of that dialogue is like super good. I'd be so sad if I did it ahead of time and he like, Penguin never figured out it was me. Nightwing never knew I revealed my identity. I would be so sad. I thought some of those dialogues were really good. And that's what I had. Like that was the stuff I was looking forward to again once I started like seeing them. I was like, oh, okay, so there's some cool side content, cutscenes, whatever you want to call them. Where like when I arrest them, we actually have like a talk. That's kind of cool. Yeah, the Firefly chases were kind of cool, but I hate chasing this guy. Not to mention, sometimes I would see the double X and I would click it and like nothing would fucking happen. Then I hit a wall because I'm not as aimy. Ugh, so annoying. And then what's this one? Yeah, I have no clue who this dude is. I know he was trying to sacrifice some people, and that's it. And what's this top one? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, obviously. So yeah. Overall, oh man, it's legit. Some sections in the game, mostly Batmobile heavy sections, made it feel kind of slower, but like everything, I don't think they made it bad. It kept me from like loving this game almost throughout, right? Weak cinematic endings. Like I just didn't feel a lot of climax there, except for like Joker's. I felt like Joker's had a great fucking ending. But other than that, yeah, I would say I'm a Batman fan enough to like watch the movies, not enough to read the comics. I'll read the comics sometime. It's just I'm a very shitty reader, especially when it comes to comics. That stuff is blinding to me. But like I'm a fan of Batman. That definitely helped this game. And this game understood that. Like this game, I think this is the coolest Batman has like ever been. Like I like the Dark Knight a lot. Don't get me wrong. I like Batfleck. I like the Batman anime series. I love Batman Beyond. We have never seen Batman Beyond again. Is there no more Batman Beyond like stuff? Where's Terry? Damn, I'm about to get Static Shock, guys. A rewatch sometime down the line. It's gonna be. I mean, I just saw like Samai recently, like a few years ago. But anyways, like yeah, like I dig this. Like as a Batman fan, I think I can call myself that. I don't know if I can. But I enjoyed how cool this fucking was for Batman and like how alive Gotham City was. I'm a little bit sad Scarecrow was my main villain if he was. Like I'm a little bit sad that all of my main villains were my main villains. I kind of wish it was a little more like switching out and it was just getting worse with whatever this villain was doing. Um but I don't hate the game whatsoever. I just wish I loved it like more cuz I think this is the best for me this was probably the best Batman experience in the game. I know Batman City, whatever. The City one, I know a lot of people put that one as their top. And again, I didn't do any side content, but I don't think I could do side content. Yeah, that was my conclusion. Like, I don't think these large open worlds are just for me. Like, everything they offer and why they offer it, I don't give a crap about it. That being said, I really enjoyed this game. I don't have a lot of PS4 games that I've played. I don't think I have. Franchise-wise, I feel like most of them I played are fucking Yakuza. That's why I feel like I haven't played that many PS4 games. But I do really like this one. This one was a lot of fun when it was fun. Like, it was the best fun ever when it was fun. And it wasn't the worst thing. Like, I only got pissed off, like, twice, maybe, where I was like, dude, man, these fights are still fucking going. Like, I was, like, upset. And then Riddler pissed me off. Fuck Riddler. But yeah, dude, this was a great time. Great time that could have been a perfect damn time. But it was definitely a great time. I really enjoyed this. How long have I been talking? 41 minutes. Okay, I'll go for the 45. Damn, what else though? The game is beautiful. I loved how this game looked. Obviously, like I do kind of miss the more PS3 like cartoony, like they're too wide. They look I like that look. I like the art that looks like it's nostalgic for me, but it's also charming. Like I keep on bringing up this game and no one fucking plays this game. But like Dead to Rights 3, like it has that kind of style where like they're kind of wide. Gears of War is an example, but I don't really play Gears of War, but that's like kind of like the popular thing I know that looks like that. I like those. This one is just I think it's Unreal Engine, right? That looks damn good, and it's great. Like I don't really care for like I need my game to look as realistic as possible, but this one looks sick. Maybe it's just this, like, dude, like Scarecrow. As much as I was kind of disappointed in where he went, dude, he looks amazing, man. If there was just like a Batman fighting game, use these designs. Like Man Bat, I love how Man Bat had like no business being here because there was nothing like him in like the first two games. Like Killer Croc is the closest, and he looks kind of like not as intimidating. Dude, this man scared the shit out of so many people I watched playing Let's Plays, and it was so unexpected. Yeah, what was with that? What was with all his jump scares in this game that like actually got the crap out of me because I just wasn't expecting jump scares in a Batman game. Holy crap. Batman jumped me while I was guarding. Yeah, dude, I love the designs in this game. On a perverted factor, yeah, I didn't get a lot of female villains. I just had Poison Ivy and Catwoman and Harley Quinn. I mean, maybe there's not as I guess that's kind of all of them, right? Maybe I don't know my other female villains. But it would have been cool to see some new female villains. Maybe just for perverted reasons, because I do think like Ivy looked pretty. I just don't like her fucking design. And then Catwoman, I thought this was the hottest Catwoman has ever looked in these games. But like, man, I didn't get like any time of Catwoman. I'm a little bit bummed out about that. Like, I kind of wish she didn't just ditch after Riddler. Like, it's so lame that she got tied to Riddler as a hostage. And then that's like one part of Riddler. Like, couldn't we have like opened up Catwoman to have like a partner thing or like see a relationship possibly? But no, like she just kind of left. I was like, ah. Oh. But fighting with her was cool. But again, we already did that kind of in the second game, so it wasn't as impactful as fighting as like Robin or Nightwing. Even this new guy, I liked his challenges. I just hate the fucking blade dodging. Dude, blade dodging just not work. I do not understand blade dodging. I would actually start just mashing triangle. Then once I got that first dodge, I was like, okay, I can hold it. I'm in dodge mode. Let me hold it. But yeah, so like it's just a shame because the narrative really had me interested for such a long time. And then all of the conclusions to every single villain except for Joker, but Joker's was the weakest narrative up until that point. They were all kind of disappointing. So that's something that kind of bums me out about this game. But dude, I had fucking fun playing this thing. I haven't had like fun playing a game in a while. But this does open me up to like anything else. Like I have been playing Batman franchise for a while because of like, breaks, and then just because like this extra shit I did. And then, but like I played through all of them, man, except for Origins, of course. But it just wasn't part of the collection. So guess that one's gonna have to go. And I heard that was really close to Batman City. Anyway, I watched like long, hour long, and multiple hour long coverage, reviews, analyses, whatever you want to call them, about like the Batman franchise. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm almost done with time. Yeah, I'd recommend this. I wouldn't recommend the side content. And I would probably recommend Spider-Man over this just because you're such a faster character. But yeah, this was quintessentially like Batman. Like this, as much as those games are based on each other, especially in combat sections, and then of course the other one has a gadget wheel. That one was very Batman. Spider-Man having a gadget wheel, but like it's believable. It's believable. They do feel different. They do feel different, and I'm glad. Like I think we can have very similar. Like it's just I'm surprised we don't have more superhero games with games like this. Like the fact that these games have happened. I know, like obviously, I'm a Flash boy. I don't even know how you would make a Flash game. I saw that one guy who made that little cool Flash like idea demo. I thought it would looked amazing already. Yeah, Flash game would be sick, guys. And I know Superman is hard to do. I saw someone else try that as well, right? They're trying, but I want to see them. I would love to play those fucking projects. That would be amazing. And like it not feeling like shit, obviously. Like me being like, wow, I'm fucking Superman, or wow, I'm fucking Flash, man. This is awesome. That's how I felt for the majority of this game. Like I haven't felt like that in a while, right? Like when Infamous and Prototype came out, I was like, dude, I'm a superhuman. This is awesome. This is sick. I'm thinking like a superhuman. Like I can't leave this electrical source, or I see people, I'm gonna eat them. But yeah, this was great. Not perfect. It's just it could have been so perfect, I think. But I think more fondly about this than the negatives. I did really like this game. It's my favorite out of the franchise for sure. Beautiful. It's cool. I think that's the biggest thing. It was just fucking cool. There is some very strong narrative parts. There are some weak ones. But yeah, this had me way more into it than any of the games. Okay, that's it. All right. Next time, I'll just throw it in there. Blasphemous is next, and I'm very intimidated by that game because I was looking up reviews and everyone is like, if you like hard, challenging games, play Blasphemous. Like, I don't really want it to be hard and challenging. Like, I don't want to play a Souls like. Is what I'm saying. I don't want to play a game that's meant for you to die and repeat and walk back. I don't want to play that game. I know this one's more Metroidvania, which is why I'm more into it. Maybe I don't even like Metroidvanias when I think about it, but I love the art style, love like the 2D Metroidvania. So hopefully I enjoy that, but that's what's coming next. Once I get there, I'll probably be taking a break to eliminate some other games because I still am running out of space like always, and I have some emulators that I've collected for, but I haven't like played through. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, see you guys next. See you guys then. Ta-ta.